I'm rolling whenever you're ready.
Cool.
Or he'll cue you.
Sounds good.
All right, on 3. 1, 2.
Hi, I'm Javier Núñez, and you're listening to the Houston Collective. Vuestra merced es lo que es. Vuestra merced es como debe ser. Pero está bien. Acepto lo que me des para amar, para amar, para amar, para amar, para amar, para amar, para amar.
All right. You are listening to the Houston Collective here on KPFT Sessions on 90.1 KPFT Houston, 89.5 in Galveston, 91.9 in Huntsville, anywhere live or on the archive at kpft.org or thehoustoncollectiveradio.com or radio.thehoustoncollective.com. Is that right? Or am I just losing it at this point? This is our third act, so bear with me now.
Yo, no, I think it was you. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Just the HoustonCollective.com.
All right. Well, with us as always is Blue, one of our audio engineers. I'm your co-host, DJ Rico Black. And of course, as always, we have the eclectic, eccentric, and egotistical, no, I'm just kidding, Messiah.
Yes, you are listening to the KPFT Sessions on the Houston Collective. And we just heard the soothing sounds of Javier Núñez. Yeah, did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, damn him. It's all right. It's all right. They've been making fun of me all day, and we've been ragging on Blue all day. So
if you need anything, ask her.
More coffee. So, hey, Javier, let us know, how did you get started in music? Or have you always been here in Houston? Or the origin story.
Origin story, I like that. So I'm originally from Venezuela. I lived there 15 years. Then I moved to Mexico, and I've been here in Texas for like 3 years now, 3 something. I started playing guitar because my dad was also into guitar, so he, started showing me like beginner chords, all that stuff, all the classic rock that he's into. And with time I just wanted to learn more and more, and studied classical guitar for a bit. It's pretty cool. And I had a band back in Mexico. We recorded a bunch, and now I'm here.
Oh, so have you been playing shows out here a lot, or like within 3 years? Have you? Yeah, do you do the live shows often? Sorry.
This is his 5th cup of coffee. So
Yeah.
he's losing his mind.
No issues. I know it's also me, like when I get too nervous, I just kind of like chill out like too much too, So I gotta like bring it up, we gotta get both too. same
gotta
level.
even it out, man.
Yeah. So I've been here in Houston for I think a year and a few months now. But before that, I was in Dallas.
Oh,
I was living in Houston suburbs for a bit. So this is the first time that I've been like finally, let's say, settled, I guess. So I can like do shows, and I've been doing my first show I played was like 2023 December. Yeah. That was like definitely like the first show I ever played. It was pretty cool.
Oh, where was it at?
Pretty sure it was at Leon's Lounge.
Oh. Yeah. I've been seeing lots of unfortunate things over there that they're like about to close down or something like that.
No way.
Yeah, because I think something about they play too many covers or something like that, and like is it ASCAP or B?
Probably. But I know
Or something like that. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't been made it out there yet. But real quick, what was that first song?
Oh, that first song is called Vuestra Merced. It's the first track on this EP that I just released a few months ago.
And for those of us who don't speak Spanish, what does that mean?
Vuestra Merced means your mercy, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like an old-timey way to like refer to, I guess, like, you know, a judge,
Yes.
like your honor or something. So your mercy was like to like your king or, you know, whatever, your liege, I don't know. And the fun fact about it is that the EP is called Usted, because Usted is just the modern contraction of the old-timey Vuestra Merced. So whenever you're telling somebody Usted, it's like the formal you. It's like, you know, maybe I don't know you. Maybe I feel like, you know, you're like my dad or something. And I'm like, Usted, you know? It just comes back from that.
Didn't know that. We're learning Spanish here on the Houston Collective. What do you know about it?
I don't know much, but I know I like the sounds. Is that one of the songs you sent me that's on the radio right now?
I think so.
Yeah, no, because I was like, it sounds familiar, but I don't know why it sounds familiar. Because I listened to all the stuff you sent me like over and over, and every time it hops on the radio, it's like, look, dude, you're back on.
I did notice at the beginning, one of the lyrics was "It is what it is."
Yeah.
So I think the Latin version is "Que sera, sera." Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But what is the influence behind that line and I guess the greater picture of the song?
I appreciate that. I think you did hit the nail on the head. So the whole record is basically like a love letter to someone who is, let's say, unavailable. So you kind of have to like talk to them in this formal way, I guess, you know? And then you kind of say like, it will be whatever it will be, you know, like it's just about accepting that things are the way they are, and there's no changing that, you know. So it's about like giving away control in a way, in order to love this person.
I got a question about that, but what's the next piece that you have for us?
The next piece is called Se Baila de dos Este Tango, and it's on the same EP, so it's on the same line, and I'm gonna play that on the cuatro now.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, the first thing I thought of is you seem to release a lot of control, like things are out of your power. Is that something that you play with in terms of ideas in your songwriting?
Yeah, definitely. I was just having this long conversation with a friend today, and I was explaining to him that in my writing process, it's all about, I guess, improvisation. And so like, it takes me a long time to like get a song that I actually like, that it sounds, you know. So I'm just trying to like improvise and just let whatever comes through and makes sense, I'll put on the page, and then that will be the song. And I don't like edit it any more than that. Yeah.
All right. Let's hear the next piece.
All right. Supe poner en baja iluminación. Yo sé que no podré verte así como a los demás, descifrando una cualidad que nunca, nunca volvería a encontrar. Parecía una enfermedad en abismos de claridad. Empecé a ignorar desperfectos, intentando hacer lo correcto. Al final se baila de dos este tango. Al final se baila de dos. Me obliga la necesidad de buscar tu contacto. Mereces una eternidad. Monjes más sabios que yo no pudieron descifrar la galera inducida al naufragio. Garantías en tu piedad, emasculante necesidad. Imita a la flor y su canto, estirar la veta para sentir algo. Olvida lo que quise decir. Al final se baila de dos este tango. Final se baila de dos.
So let's talk about that little instrument you got there. What you said it's called a what again?
Oh, it's a Venezuelan cuatro. Cuatro, just four in Spanish, right? Just four strings. It's used mostly for folk music, but it plays very similar to an ukulele.
I was just about to ask. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, it's not hard to like pick up one or the other. It's a little different though, in like the way it's built. So it's a lot bigger. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot louder. And then also one thing about the ukulele is that it has like high string, low, low, high, mm-hmm. right? And the cuatro is the other way around. It's like low, high, high, low.
Oh.
So let me show you that.
Oh, that's a trip.
So whenever you play this, like.
So is it hard to transition from guitar to that because the strings are so freaking different?
I mean, it's not that hard. I think the hardest thing for me was starting to write in it. It, like I said, it plays very similar to ukulele, and ukulele is very similar to a guitar as well. So it's not that bad, but writing in it was hard. I have a lot of, I guess, respect for the instrument because it's a folk instrument. I'm not really supposed to be playing it this way. I'm supposed to be playing it, with the folk music. Yeah, when I arrived here to the US, I had to sell my guitars back home. So and this is all we brought. So I was like, okay, am I just gonna sit here and do nothing,
Yeah, you better figure it out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So that song I wrote on the cuatro, but on the EP I played it on the guitar just because I know how to like make it sound good. Like I did the EP myself, I recorded it myself, so I kind of already know how to make the guitar sound all right. But the cuatro I haven't figured out yet, so I'm working on it.
So was that transition also like easy for you to go, since you originally wrote the song on that and then going to a guitar? Like, what are the differences?
It's I will say it depends on where's the interesting part in the song, I would say. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, right? But my theory is that it depends on what the interesting part for the song is. So the interesting part for this song is like the chords and like the way they are, I guess, laid out, the harmony, right? That's the part that I like about it, and it's the same on the guitar. It would be the same on the piano, technically, right? So it's not the worst. But if the interest is on like the first song, like it has that riff, I couldn't play that here very easily. It would be kind of obnoxious. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Well, with all the weird different like tunings of the quattro, it's like, well, how am I supposed to get my fingers here to make it have that sound, right? It's like, what's going on? Yeah. So what was that last song about? Since the two out of the three of us back here are not Spanish speakers.
For sure. And that has been something interesting ever since I've been here, like, playing my songs and realizing that, like most people don't really like speak Spanish or necessarily understand it. And back home, I didn't really care. I was like, oh, if you understand me or not, I don't care, whatever, like. But here I'm like, oh, like I do want to be understood, at least in some level. So it's been like an interesting thing for me. But yeah, so that song is called Se Baila de Dos Este Tango, and it's on the same topic as the last one. It's about just accepting that this love is either unavailable or it's something that is sort of imposed on you. You kind of have to just accept it is what it is. I was very happy with the title. That's also the like chorus of the song. And when I translated it in English to show it to a friend, I realized it's a very big cliche. It just means it takes two to tango, basically. I was very happy. Like, how did you come up with that? And then I was like, oh no, wait, I know how. I just didn't realize.
There seemed to be a lot of imagery in there concerning things that you can't really touch, like the soul and eternity. What's the inspiration behind that?
That's a great question. Well, I think for most of my music, I try to like keep it not grounded. Like I don't want to say like, oh, X happened, therefore I felt Y. I'm definitely going for a more like universal kind of visceral approach. Even if you didn't go through the same things that I went through, like I still want you to like get something out of it, I guess, which just the way I think about it. And then there's a lot of good poetry and a good lots of good musicians back in Latin America, and I guess the sensibilities are different, I guess, like those things wouldn't stand out necessarily. But yeah, lately I've been a lot into like Argentinian poetry and music. There's a lot of good stuff over there. My main two in poetry is Alejandra Pizarnik, which was this surrealist poet that sadly, eventually took her life, and her poetry has a lot to do with that. So it's very, very powerful. And then, the favorite rocker of every, wannabe poet rock musician, Luis Alberto Spinetta. He's just a big influence in everybody, I think. Yeah.
So, do you ever find yourself in that position where every time you try to translate some of your lyrics, it's like, oh man, in English, it just doesn't sound right. Like it takes it two to tango, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean, the original or the Spanish way, man, it sounds so like, whoa, it sounds so profound. But then, you translate it in English. I'm like, okay, all right, well, let's keep it back the original way.
Yeah. I'm definitely not. Whenever I write songs in English or Spanish, I'm trying not to like translate, not to mix the two. But it's kind of random. Like some things sound like, just because I guess there's not like, it's not a common thing in English. So whenever you translate it, it sounds like, whoa, what is that? Sounds mystical, sounds profound. And then you go the other way around, and it's just, I don't know, it's just very, very random. But it's a lot of fun to translate things. I recommend it.
Yeah, no, I could only imagine, because I feel like it has such a different vibe one way, and then you translate it another way, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and then the other cool thing about translating is that a lot of these things for me are meant to be kind of ambiguous. Like I'm not going for something like definite. Like I said, trying to make it universal or whatever. And so when I translate it, sometimes I'm forced to like take a stance on it, because there's not an easy to like make. There's not an easy way or like compact way to make it ambiguous for my friends to read or whatever. So I'm forced to like, okay, no, this is definitely about this. This is definitely about that. And I think that also helps a lot for like reading other people's poetry, stuff that you might feel like, oh yeah, that could be whatever. But when you have to translate, you have to say, oh, like, what are they really saying with this?
Yeah, you have to think of the meaning in multiple ways, I guess, different angles, different perspectives. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I never really thought of it that way until this conversation right now. It's like, oh man, I would have never thought about that. Like, oh wow. Yeah. So what do you have next on the list today?
Another guitar song. So time for me to switch.
All right. Yeah. So Blue.
So Houston, traffic and weather.
Yeah. It's wet outside. So Blue, are you like writing these down? Because every time I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. I see Blue. She knows what she's writing.
Usually here on set for the Houston Collective, and like getting the if Messiah has that song, maybe he has it. If he doesn't, I for sure do, because again, we're a interesting bunch. I try and mediate between the ADD and distractions that's going on. So hopefully, I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Well, do we need to double check your spelling?
How dare you? How dare you?
Sorry.
Yeah, Tango is not spelled like tangerine, okay?
Thanks.
Sorry, we're having too much. All right, Javier, what do you have?
It's y'all show,
No, it's your show. So what do we? So what's the third song on the set?
We're just going through the order of the EP, the Usted EP. So this is Little Man. Take me by the hand, I wanna be your little man. From the garden to the door, I will thirst, I will want more. Hell inside of Mr. Gray. You're gonna miss this. Self-harm is not the way. You want this. Do something then. Take me by the hand. Make it perfect, make me stay. Or walk me to the door. In my way out I could get lost. Hell inside, mark my words. You're gonna miss this. Self-harm is not the way. And time won't take us there. Do something then.
Oh, my bad. I know. I said too. So I noticed something I found interesting was that in your lyrics, you are, for lack of better terms, a powerless person, but you record, you do all your own stuff. So how do you balance the two versus, finding inspiration from these feelings of being powerless to empowering yourself to make your own music?
I think it's precisely because I feel powerless in so many other things in my life that I kind of have to win the battle through different means. A lot of that has to do, with personal history and stuff like that, and a lot has to do with moving here, migrating twice now. I also moved plenty when I was back home in Venezuela, and I guess now I'm an adult. Nobody's gonna force me to move, but as a kid, you don't really get a say about that. And eventually, I loved my time in Mexico, but it was definitely a tough hit on the confidence that I had control over my life.
So now you have more control, more confidence, and now you can write about it, I guess.
Yeah. I've been writing about things since I was 16 songs. I've been writing songs since 16, poems since before that. Not that they're worth reading anymore, but but yeah, no, it's been a journey.
Wow.
So do you ever revisit those old poems and turn them into songs and like revamp it? Or are you like sticking to the whole, like, once it's done, it's done?
Kind of, yeah. And I think, part of it is just because I like that. I like the idea of that. And part of it is because it's just hard for me to change something, once it's out there. It's like when you're in therapy, like you say something and you're like, you're kind of walking it back and your therapist is like, no, you said what you said, Yeah.
So another cliche, music is therapy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely use it as therapy because I feel like it's much cheaper to listen to ads on Spotify than it is to pay for your, I'd rather pay the $10 a month than $1 million a session or something like that, so it's like, oh, screw all that. But yeah, so we're gonna
Yeah, thank you for listening to the Houston Collective Radio here on KPFT Sessions. This is live and on an archive at kpft.org. You can listen to this on Tuesdays at 3 a.m. on 90.1 KPFT Houston, 89.5 in Galveston, 91.9 in Huntsville. Yeah, you caught me. Caught me.
I was like, what is he looking at?
Yeah, well. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out everywhere. We are here to celebrate and empower the local Houston scene, or apparently the local Texas scene. So
yeah,
hell yes to us. All right. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios.
All right. We were just kidding. As always, there's always more. And that's going to be with Javier Núñez. What do you have for us next?
Oh, that's a great question. So, in the theme of, giving control away, I hadn't thought of that, but I thought that was a nice observation. I have two songs. One that's one of the next ones that I'm working on producing, arranging with a band and all that. And the other one is just a folk song with the cuatro that I've been learning. One I know really well and I've been practicing a bunch. And the other one, I wish I was better, but it's definitely doable. So up to y'all.
Let's hear that first one. We love our exclusives.
You love your exclusive.
We get this will be coming out first. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So what's this first song called?
The song is called La Caricia, means the caress.
I was like, Blue, handle that. It's not on the Spotify. I couldn't look. And I was like, oh.
Caricia asume su fin. Ya pararé de sufrir. Ya me alivió con sugerir. Yo me aviento, podría hacerte venir, precipicio jazmín. Ya no hay más que repetir. Si yo me aviento hasta ti. Aparte esos cuchillos de mí, no los puedo volver a ver. Sería un desastre, yo ya lo sé. Aparte esas caricias de mi nariz, solo sé que debo seguir. Yo solo sé que debo seguir.
Well, thank you for that one as well. We appreciate you, Messiah. I don't know if we have time for more. You tell me. You're the boss, man.
You know what? It sounds so soothing. I'm down.
Okay. All right. So what's the song next that we have?
Oh, if you want a soothing one, I don't know if this is the right one, but let's try.
Yeah, before I start thinking up more questions.
No, you've been on it on the questions today.
Yeah, that's because I'm here with my office. No, things are a little cleaner nowadays, so we like that. It contributes to the mental brain.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I got to drink some of that mushroom tea. No, you know, never mind.
Oh,
Not the tea, the coffee. The
the
coffee.
ayahuasca?
No. No, none of it would make sense if we did that. Yeah, no. See, the voice of reason's talking now. I meant, I was looking at like Rise Coffee. The one with the...
We're not here to promote no coffee. We're here to promote Javier.
All right, Javier. Well, then kick it up.
All right. Okay. This song is called Hijos de la Noche, Sons of the Night. I'm not sure who wrote it, but it's made famous by Cecilia Todd, a Venezuelan folk musician. And I spent most of Christmas just kind of banging my head against the cuatro trying to learn them. So hope you like that.
Good luck.
Okay. Aquí están los hijos de la noche para alegrar. Oh my god, it's in the wrong tuning. I'm so sorry. You guys mind if I retune? Okay. Oh
Yeah, this is the exclusive now. We can...
Oh no, no.
We'll just
let me
cut
tell
it to
you.
where it's just the part where you mess up. We'll play it over and over again and repeat it.
Hey, sounds like my.
See, it's all right. It's not going to bother him that. But it sounds, dude. Yeah, one thing I did notice is like gives me such like Getz and Gilberto vibes. Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, Stan Getz and Gilberto. Yeah, they did the...
Referencing a Bossa Nova album, the Stan Getz and Joao Gilberto.
Yeah.
I love that album. That's so good.
Yeah, the orange...
Foundational to me. Yes, the orange one.
The orange one. No, that was like one of the best ones. So I was like, oh man, okay. I got this fine. See, yeah, I don't even need to understand Spanish, but I picked up all the vibes on it, but I was just like, I need to make
Vibes
sure.
are universal, man. They've been everywhere today.
Yeah, it's music.
That's right. That's right.
Well, whenever you're ready, man.
For sure. Aquí están los hijos de la noche para alegrar a los que están tristes y se quieran consolar. Al golpe del cuatro, del compás del cantar, todos se van en busca de su pareja para bailar. Aquí están los hijos de la noche para alegrar a los que están tristes y se quieran consolar. Al golpe del cuatro y al compás del cantar, todos se van en busca de su pareja para bailar. Y así bailandito muy pegadito sobre un ladrillo dirán, no hay quien baile el tango merengue como baila el negro Tomás. Luego al terminar le diré atolondrado, mi amor, no hay quien le dé el merengue como la negra Leonor. Y así bailandito muy pegadito sobre un ladrillo dirán, no hay quien baile el tango merengue como baila el negro Tomás. Luego al terminar te diré atolondrado, mi amor, no hay quien le dé el merengue como la negra Leonor.
Okay. Yeah. We like that.
Yeah, the abrupt stop. I was like, oh, I'm ready now. All right, so let us know, or let the audience know where people can find you on the social medias, how they can find you on Spotify, when your next show is.
Oh, I like that last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, my name is Javier Núñez. I'm from Venezuela, and you can find me on Instagram as Javier from Venezuela. Very convenient, I know. You can also find that I have a website, javierfromvenezuela.com with the music if you don't like socials. And my next show is at Dan Electro's February 1st. It's like a day show, and there's gonna be some real cool friends of mine there. So yeah.
Sorry, I thought I was going to be there. February 1st. No, never mind. It's February later.
Still be there. At Dan Electro.
Dan Electros.
Still be there. Still show up and show out for Houston's local musicians.
Yeah, we're Venezuelans, man. There's a lot of us around here. I'm just the real country one.
Yeah. So, Javier, do you have any final words for the audience today before we dip out?
I mean, if you've stayed this long and you don't listen to music outside of music in English, I would encourage you to do so. Encourage other people to do it. Outside of the US, we don't have like a lot of the music we listen to is in English, so we don't really like discriminate if it's not in Spanish. We don't care. It's all about universal vibes, So yeah, that's about it. And then just go to more shows. We always love to see that.
Yeah, see? He already said what we already needed to say again, is show up. Show up to these shows. Go to Dan Electro. Support local venues like Dan Electro's 1810. And tune in to KPFT Sessions on the HoustonCollective.com. And we're out.